Good morning, jury members of the court and judge. My name is Chris Craven. I am a captain with a fire department here in North County, and today I'll be playing the role of a fire investigator. To shed some light, I am here because of evidence that might be admissible due to a case that happened in July. Now, give you a little bit of background on July 21st, 2023. At approximately 1:17 on 614 May Street, the report of a structure fire. Engine 21 was dispatched, and en route they noticed some heavy smoke and flames. They arrived on scene and noted that there was a single-story residential home with fire located inside the structure. There was some moderate to heavy smoke, and they started doing their strategy and tactics, started doing fire control when inside the structure, did the extinguishment, and it also did a little bit of overhaul as well. The captain did notice that there was a little bit of charring, some burr pounds around an electronic area behind a TV, had concerns. So during his documentation and as the crew was lining up the hose, he gave me a phone call and gave me what he found. And in my mind, that was a total possible arson investigation. And I told him that in about 10-15 minutes, I would be there. But during that time, another call came down, and it was about 3 blocks away from where they were. The crew immediately stopped. Captain stopped what he was doing. The crew went away and loaded up the hose, and they took off and were gone probably about 2 to 3 minutes as they went to the structure fire that had 2 pediatrics trapped and needed to be helped down with a ladder. So at that point, once I got on scene, nobody was there. And now, in that short period of time, was, like I said, probably about 10-15 minutes before I got there. To be exact, it was about 11 minutes and 25 seconds when I was on scene. I did my investigation. I did find some possible arson stuff. I did find some burn charring around the TV area, which also was some burn patterns, and also probably some liquid in that area, which should not be there. Now, the officer did call me. He did state that he needed my help, possible arson. Like I said, I agreed to him that I would be there. So once I got there, like I said, I started doing my investigation. Now, when I was done and was confirmed that it was probably possibly arson, I was met by the residents and their attorney, and they were stating that I had violated their Fourth and 14th Amendment rights. Now, I want to explain something to the jurors that with our department, we have mission, vision, values, and we always want to serve our community the best that we can. We are a small department with a large area, and to have another engine crew to get down to 3 blocks from where the previous crew was for that fire, it would have taken at least 12 to 15 minutes to get there. Now, like I said, in 3 minutes, they were up and loading, gone, and on scene in 2 minutes, that's 5 minutes totals, and they're able to go ahead and make an effective rescue to the pediatrics and get them down safely. If that didn't happen, there would probably have been another 2 people loss of life in the city that we protect, and that would not have gone well over the community. I want you to understand that these situations do happen, and per our policy and per our PMP, which is right here, which is our fire investigation, is that in this packet, it shows that we can go ahead and call our fire investigator. The captain call us, we'd come out and we'll double check it. Doing that phone call ahead of time and explaining what is going on starts the process. Now, if you remember back in 2005, during the Christian Reed Smith versus State, there was a similar situation to where the firefighter went inside and he investigated the chief and an engine arrived on scene, told him the whole story, and eventually the chief came back with police officers and started doing their investigation. Now, the same thing happened there to where it was possibly against the 4th and 14th Amendment rights for that residence. However, there was a timeline, and a short period of timeline that they were gone for to come back. In my case, same kind of thing. It was a short period of time for me to get there. But again, arson's a big thing, and we know that the chain of custody was broken between where I got there and Captain left. However, we did speak on the phone, and we talked about the situation that was at hand. So I would like to thank you for your time, but also understand that we are a small department, a large area, and the way that our engine crew handled the situation to help somebody else and not wait for me due to a rescue of 2 pediatrics, but yet for me to go ahead and do my job should not be admissible. It should be taken in hand, and all evidence that I have collected, it should be counted towards this case. Thank you for your time.